All right, let's dive into something that, honestly, feels a little bit like science fiction. We're talking about using AI to build these small, simple apps that can actually generate income for you. And the best part? You absolutely do not need to be a coding genius to get started.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Imagine creating something, an asset, that's out there working for you 24/7, around the clock, quietly generating passive income. For so many of us, that's the dream, right?
And yeah, it totally sounds like a dream, because for decades, it was a dream. And it was pretty much reserved for, hardcore software engineers or entrepreneurs with super deep pockets. But, and this is the big but, what we're going to talk about today is how that dream has suddenly become a real, tangible thing for just about anyone who's got a good idea.
So, what's the secret weapon here? What's the magic ingredient? It's AI, artificial intelligence. This is the incredible force that is just completely rewriting the rules of the game, changing who gets to be a creator, who gets to build things.
And this really lays it out perfectly. I mean, think about the old way, right? You were looking at years of learning to code, massive costs, all these gatekeepers you had to get through. But the new way? Totally different. It's all about these AI tools that just smash those barriers down, making it possible for literally anyone to create an app.
And we're not talking about some far-off future tech. These are tools you can use today. You've got things like ChatGPT, which can pretty much be your personal coder. You just tell it what to do in plain English, and it writes the code. Then you have these awesome no-code platforms, think Bubble or Glide, where you're basically building an app by dragging and dropping, like putting together Legos. It's a total game changer, turning ideas into reality faster than we've ever seen before.
Okay, so the tools are there, that's awesome. But now for the big question. How do you actually turn this into a business that makes money, right? Because having a superpowered hammer is cool, but if you don't know what to build with it, it's just a hammer. And here's the key. And it might sound a little backward at first. The goal is not to build the next Facebook or the next Instagram. No way. The real secret here is to think small, like really small. You want to find one very specific, kind of niche problem that a small but really passionate group of people has. The kind of problem that the giant tech companies would never even notice. So let's make this real. Instead of some huge, complicated fitness app that does everything, what if you made an app that does one thing? It just helps you track one single new habit you're trying to build. That's it. Or how about an app that creates a shopping list, but only for people on a strict keto diet? See? These are those super specific, totally overlooked little corners of the market where you can build a small but super loyal following.
So really, it all just boils down to this super simple three-step recipe. Step 1, find that underserved niche. Step 2, use these new AI tools to whip up a simple solution. And step 3, figure out how you're gonna get paid. That's the whole playbook. And this is where it gets really interesting because you have so much flexibility. You're not locked into just one way of making money. You could have a small monthly subscription, sure, but you could also add some premium features people can buy. Or you could run some ads. Or hey, maybe you even license your little tool to a bigger business. The point is, you can mix and match and build out multiple streams of income from just one little app.
All right, so let's say you did it. You built the app? Awesome. Now, how does anyone find out about it? Well, guess what? AI is back again. And this time, it's going to be your secret weapon for marketing.
And look, this is a hard truth, but it's one that trips up so many creators. You can build the most amazing product in the world, but if nobody knows it exists, it's just a hobby. Getting the word out is everything. It's not just some boring task at the end. It's a huge part of the creative process.
This is where AI really steps in as your creative partner. Think of it like this. You can have it brainstorm and write all your social media posts. You can ask it for a dozen different ideas for an ad campaign. It can even crunch the numbers on how people are using your app to tell you what features to build next. It's like having a marketing strategist and a creative director on call 24/7 for pennies. Okay, let's pause and get real for a second. This is not some magical get-rich-quick button. There are definitely challenges, but the way we think about failure, the whole concept of it, is completely different in this new world.
And to be super clear, not every single idea is going to be a home run. That's just not how it works. Just like with anything, some of your apps just won't find an audience. And yeah, there's always going to be competition. But the thing that has totally changed is the cost of striking out. Just look at this. It shows the difference perfectly. When a traditional startup fails, man, that can mean you've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, years of your life. It's devastating. But when one of these AI micro apps doesn't take off, the risk is just tiny. We're talking about maybe a weekend of your time and less than $100. It's a completely different universe of risk.
And that right there is the real superpower. Because the costs are so low and you can build so fast, you can just keep trying things. You can iterate like crazy. Idea number 1 doesn't work? No big deal. You just move on to idea number 2. Every single attempt, whether it works or not, is this incredible, invaluable learning experience that you just roll into the next one.
All right, so as we start to bring this all home, I want to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because this is really about more than just making a few extra bucks on the side. This is about a fundamental shift. It's about empowerment.
And if you take away one thing from all of this, let it be this. The barrier to entry isn't about how well you can code anymore. It's about your mindset. It all comes down to being curious enough to find a problem, being persistent enough to build a simple solution, and just being ready to play around and explore what these incredible new tools can actually do.
And that's the real potential here, isn't it? Your first little app, yeah, maybe it makes a little money, and that's great. But the real win is the skills you learn, the confidence you build. That can be the first domino in a chain reaction that can actually truly change your entire financial future.
So, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Just look around at your own life, your hobbies, your job, the things that annoy you. What's that one small, unique problem that you are uniquely positioned to solve? Because the answer to that question, well, that might just be the beginning of your very own automated income stream.